Hi guys, Knife Detector here. And today I do have an interesting knife for you, but more than that, I wanted to talk about the knife collecting hobby. It's hard to collect knives as often as we do in our hobby. Doing so sometimes tends to create financial burdens, and also you have to get creative with your content if you're going to put out videos on knives. And hearing a lot of my friends that have other channels, mention that sometimes it's hard to continue to try and make these purchases and continue to try and have this hobby during this time. It makes me think about the knife hobby in general. To me, the knife hobby isn't just about buying knives. It's about using knives. It's about sharing different uses for knives that you've figured out. It's about sharing stories about knives. It's about having those interactions with people, because after all, that's what this hobby does for me. It really creates lots of interactions with people. And we're all social animals by nature. We all want to have that social interaction, right? And we want to support each other. So some of the ways that I've been able to continue this hobby is as follows. A lot of times, and if you look at my videos in the back, I have several knives, right? But do I have as many knives as I have videos? Not really. No. If you look back at how many videos I have about between 210 and 215 videos. However, sorry guys, that was a drag. However, I don't particularly own that many knives. Do I own close to that? Yeah, I probably have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 150 or between 150 knives to 160 knives, something like that. But how is it that I'm able to continue to make videos and to have access to all of these knives, short of having a knife store or short of being a dealer? Because dealers have access to knives all the time, right? So the way I do things is I have a group of knives that I tend to buy because I'm curious. And if that curiosity doesn't lead me to really love that knife and want to keep that knife, and maybe if I don't like it as much as in my mind what my favorite knives are, then I sell it back. I sell it back to eBay. I sell it on Etsy. And when I do that, what I do is that enables me to purchase another knife to do a video on. So I do have some knives that I change around quickly. And my wife tells me, how is it that you are able to part with these knives? How is it you're able to part with these knives? And once you buy something, isn't the reason that you buy something because you really like it? And I said, well, yes, of course. Or sometimes I do a video on it. But the reason that I sell on eBay and Etsy is to fund my knife hobby. Because to be quite honest with you, I get a thrill from buying the knife, feeling it in my hand, opening it up, checking the tolerances, maybe polish it a few times. And if I'm not going to keep it and it's not going to be a user for me, I let that knife go. And it's painful to let our knives go. But what that enables me to do is that enables me to buy something else that I can show you guys, and something else that I might really want to use, right? So at any given time, I might have on eBay, not so much Etsy. I don't have hardly anything for sale on Etsy, but I might have some knives there that I'm growing tired of, or that I'm ready to let go of, so that I can purchase something else. That way, I have a continuous change. And I also go to thrift stores, see, and I find items in thrift stores. And whatever I get in thrift stores and I sell, I put that towards my knife hobby. And what that does, guys, is that enables me not to spend any of my household income on my knife hobby. That way, I can let my wife know, well, you know what? I haven't spent any of our monthly income on my knives. What I've used is what I'm able to get through eBay, which I fund with my PayPal account from the items that I find at Goodwill that I make a profit on, and also other knives that I sell. So because of that, I don't touch my family income when it comes to my knife hobby. I'm able to subsidize it completely with my eBay finds, my garage sale finds, my thrift store finds, and I'm not delving into the family income at all. So that's how I keep this hobby alive, especially nowadays. Some of us, some of you guys out there, I'm blessed in that I'm still employed, but some of you guys may be going through some hard times out there. You know, I pray for you that you guys are okay, that your family is okay. And remember, knives are also an investment. You know, you can go back, you can sell some of these knives, hopefully for a profit. You can get some of that money back. And you can go back and get something else you want later on, right? And I wanted to share these ideas with you because it's what I do. It's what's worked for me. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you this knife that I found. How much did I pay for this knife? This knife I'm going to show you, I paid $7.50 for on eBay. It was about $4 shipping, so I paid about probably less than $13 for this knife completely. And you don't have to pay a bundle to have a good looking knife. Now this is a brand called Wild Boar. Now I used to see Wild Boar, I think all the way back to the 90s if I'm not mistaken. I know before that I would even see brands like Wild Turkey. I believe these are Frost brands. These are brands that are put out by Frost. This is a cheap box, by the way. This is a modern box, as you can tell by the barcode. And it says right there, WB Wild Boar. It has 8013RD Pakistan on there. Now, I know this is a red bone knife, but I'm not sure what the D stands for. But let's check this out. I'm going to do an unboxing here with you guys. Remember, this knife cost me $7 plus like $4 shipping, $7.50 plus $4 shipping. Comes in this cheap, not wax paper, just some kind of regular cheap paper. And check out this knife. Check out that red bone. Check out the fit and finish. Is it on par with the case? No, it's not. Is it close? It is a little bit close. How big is this canoe? This canoe is exactly 4 inches long closed. A 4-inch canoe. It's not a 3-inch canoe. It's not a butterbean. It's not 3 5/8. This is a 4-inch long canoe. Let's open the blades. You have that spear type blade. Is it a match strike nail nick? No, just a regular nail nick. Here it says Wild Boar on the emblem. And I can't make out all of those words, but it says something hour and then something quality there. There it says Pakistan. Decent snap. Let's close it up. No half stop. Major snap closed. Let's open the little one. It's got 2 blades. This is a 2-blade knife. And opening this second blade is rough. It's really tight in there. WB Wild Boar 8013. And then it says RD again. I'm not sure if the R stands for red and the D stands for Delrin. Maybe it's not bone after all. But to me that looks like bone. That really does look like bone. Unless it is Delrin, which might be the case. Maybe it stands for red Delrin. If you guys know, please let me know. But let's close that little blade. It's a decent sized little blade, guys. Let's close that little blade. That is a strong snap closed. This knife has some very strong snap. Check out this beauty, guys. Again, $7.50 for this knife. If you dig, if you dig and you spend the time entering different names under searches on eBay, you check Etsy, there are things that you can do to really continue your hobby. So the purpose of this video, yes, is for me to show you this really awesome, I'm trying to remember the name. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words. I was going to say Wild Hogs, but Wild Boar. This Wild Boar knife. I was going to say Wild Hogs like the movie. Yeah, I wanted to show you this really cool Wild Boar canoe. 4 inches long closed. It's lovely. Look at that beautiful. If it's not bone, it really does look like bone to me. That D might stand for Delrin. But these things are out there. You can find beauty and you can find collectability in a lot of things. But also remember, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Don't think that just because a knife isn't the most up-to-date, just because the knife isn't the most modern, just because a knife didn't come out on so many other channels to review, that it's not good for you to do a video on, or it's not good to collect. Collect what makes you happy, and you might find that it makes other people happy as well. Because if I find this kind of stuff to look nice and to look appealing and to make me happy, then I'm pretty sure there are other guys out there like me. And if making these videos and having these wonderful contacts with you guys has shown anything to me, is that there are so many like-minded individuals out there like you and I that really enjoy this knife hobby. So those are the things that I do to keep this hobby going. And I know that some of you guys probably do that too. You know, when you make videos, share some of those ideas with the knife community. Because after all, I believe that this community is about friendship and sharing. And I think those are the main things. So without going off on another rant, this is Knife Detector signing off. I'm saying, guys, keep your knives sharp. Keep your wits even sharper.